I am Jan Paxman, and I am partnering here with Melody Purdue. She is a dear friend that I've known for about 7 years or so, and she is just such a light, just so many people. And we wanted to come live today because, kind of as a follow up, last weekend we were privileged to be able to share Melody's story with our company. So many people were watching live through our main portal for our national training meetings last weekend. But then we also had an event, a Facebook event, that there were over 140,000 viewers on that. And so many people have asked to learn more about what was going on behind the scenes with Melody's story of transformation with her health. And so we wanted to come today and just give you guys a little bit more information because it's powerful and I think so many people need to hear it. So Melody, welcome.
Hi.
So tell everybody where you're from, Mel, and a little bit about your family before we get started.
Well, I am from Boston, but I actually live in Franklin, Mass, which is about 40 minutes from the city. I do have a husband and a son, Alex and Pat, and a doggy. So that's a little bit about me. Simple, nothing much.
Oh, you're more than simple, that's for sure. You're amazing. So, okay. So Melody shared her story with all those people about how she was able to release 183 pounds and create a whole new life for herself. And Melody, when we were talking on the way home from where we were doing the live broadcast, I was taking you to the airport the next day, and you were sharing a little bit more about your life growing up. And I would just love for you to kind of go through that with everyone and kind of help them understand where you were coming from before you ever even created that transformation.
Sure. I typically tend to tell the story that I've been overweight the majority of my life since I can remember, 5 years old, because that's what I remember, always being overweight. And the more that I talk to others and really sit down and dig and try to figure out what really happened, why was I always overweight, I just didn't realize until more recently that a lot of the reasons why I was overweight is because I was using my weight kind of like a protection, a blanket. Unfortunately, I went through a lot. As a child, I was abused both mentally, physically, and sexually. And sometimes we don't realize, especially when things like this happen so early on in our lives, we put up a protection. Not only are we keeping secrets, but we try to protect ourselves. A lot of us react differently, but some of us turn to food. And I was one of those. And unfortunately, not only did I turn to food, but I always viewed, and I don't want to say this and I don't want to come off wrong, but I always viewed as being bigger as unattractive. Do I feel that way now? Absolutely not. You know, I had to learn to love myself. But that's how I viewed things back then at such an early age. So I felt the more I ate, the more weight I put on, no one would find me attractive and no one would want to be around me. And it's easier that way for me to protect myself from those that are trying to hurt me. So I just did that for many, many years to my 20s and my late 20s. I was still doing that and not realizing that's what I was doing. I always thought that I was an emotional eater, but it's more than that. It was more protection. I was trying to protect myself.
Mhm. Wow. Wow. Okay. And then how were you able to find a safe place with, obviously you met your husband, Pat, and he loved you no matter what, right? Like he was unconditional, and I guess you started feeling comfortable and safe with him, right?
Right.
And then kind of how was it that you were able to find a safe place where you felt comfortable to release that weight?
It started with me making that decision that this is affecting me. Even though I like to be that light, I like to be, I guess because I had so much darkness at such a young age, I just always wanted to be that light around others. And wanting to be that light, I had to realize it's more to life than that. I need to really figure out, why is it that I am just not getting rid of this weight? What am I really doing? And besides finding my why, I had to realize, okay, what is important to me? My health. I want to be able to be around for my son. I want to be able to just live a different, active life. I want to grow. I want to grow and do all the things that I never even knew that I wanted to do. And of course, when I found the company, and I had such an amazing coach who is still my coach today, and we have such a great community. It's not only my immediate family that was there for me, this community has been there for me every step of the way. Every time I did not want to do what I was supposed to do, ignored a call, ignored a message, not plug in the way how I need to, and understand that I have to take this seriously, the community was always there for me.
Cool. Okay, so safe place within the community where you felt you could, figure it out. You were figuring it out along the way. What was holding you back and what was important to you at the time, and that support from Candy, which we're going to keep doing these because there's just so much to Melody's story and all that she's learned. And so we want to do next week, we want to have Melody and Candy come live, and she can share with you what Candy's perspective was coaching Melody, which is going to be so cool. Our health coach community is just a family. That's what it is. And it's so much more than weight loss. Like we're like right here with you every step of the way, because we know it's not easy to change those habits, right? Oh my goodness. So Melody, along the way, you were able to really impact, like when you had your experience and you were able to release this weight, 183 pounds, like that is incredible. I was talking to one of my clients yesterday who's lost about 50 pounds, and she weighs 183 pounds right now. And she said, that's a whole me. So I said, yeah, that's a lot, right? She had a lot of work she did. Mm-hmm. And I know, there are many people within our program who've experienced something similar to you, what you experienced, but you were asked to represent the company in 2018, to represent them in the People magazine in the Half Their Size edition in 2018, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and you were able to speak on like so many different talk shows and just share your story. Tell us where all you were able to share back then.
Well, I was, besides People Magazine, People TV, I was on Good Morning America, HLN, Inside Edition, and Extra.
Oh my gosh. Were you just so scared to do those?
I'm not gonna lie, it's very nerve-wracking, yes, and scary. Especially someone like myself, because I know a lot of people don't believe when I say this, but I am shy, and I just like to, stay in my little bubble and hide. So that was very nerve-wracking.
Oh my goodness. Well, I know that you did such a fantastic job, and you can find those videos around, right? They're on YouTube and different things. Yeah, those interviews. Yeah, they're so great. So, but I also know that you really, really have a heart to serve others that are in the same place you were, right? That can relate to you.
Yes.
So, if you I remember when this happened, there were a lot of people that reached out to you that were trying to find you, that wanted to have you help them, but they couldn't find you. And so I wanted to just ask you, if there's someone out there who is searching for help and isn't connected to another coach and would love your support, where could they find you?
I am on social media through either Facebook, Instagram, email. My name is pretty much the same throughout. Melody Purdue, or I am Melody Purdue. So I'm reachable, and I'm definitely there for anyone who needs my help, because I do understand. And especially if you're going through something and not even realizing, and it's taking this time to reflect on the things that I've said about using weight as protection, just know that I do understand. I can be there for you and guide you through this journey.
Yeah. Okay. So Purdue is spelled P-E-R-D-U,
Yes.
right? Isn't the college like P-U-R?
Yep, the college is PU and the chicken is PER.
Oh, funny. You are so cute. And I know you've really loved coaching. I know you've been coaching for how many years now?
About 3 years.
3 years. And you've helped.
We're actually about 4 now. Yeah. Time just flies.
What's the best part for you about like having experienced what you have, being able to turn that around and help somebody else?
The best part is helping. It really is. The best part is knowing that I can be that guidance or help for someone who's struggling. Because I know for a fact when I was going through this, it would have been nice when I was going, through those phases of my life to have a support system. And at the time, I just really didn't have one. It just wasn't there. So people were there, they just didn't understand what I was going through. So just to be able to understand the people that I am assisting, or let them know that, hey, it's hard, but life can definitely get a lot smoother. We just have to stick through it. Just want them to know that I'm here for them.
So good. So good. And it's interesting, like here we are. I'm in Utah actually, and so is your coach, Candy. She and I were friends. We didn't know each other before we found this program. I found it first, and 2 years later, through a friend, I found Candy, was able to coach her down to her healthiest self. And then she was connected to you through the Leads program through our company, because you just got up and you saw a commercial, right? And you just made the phone call.
Saw the commercial. I had a prayer the night prior, saw the commercial. I was like, yep, that's it. That's God. So
I 100% believe it. Like we get connected, and you were in Tennessee at the time, right?
no, I was actually in Florida first. I was in Florida. So yes, my husband's in the military. So we were in Florida first, and then Alaska, then Tennessee, then back to good old Mass.
See, so I mean, of all the people you could have been connected to, and you ended up getting connected to Candy and I, like that, we just feel like we're like a sisterhood. We've been that way from the beginning. It's amazing. Um, okay, so we're gonna wrap up, but what if there's anything you could just say to anybody out there who really, really wants to create optimal health in their lives in every area, but they just feel stuck. They just feel like something's just stopping them, and they just can't break through and find a way to do it. What would be your suggestion to them?
My suggestion is to not give up, not lose hope. Um, I've been there. I understand. I know what it feels like. So you can do it. You just have to realize that sometimes it takes a village. You know that saying, it takes a village. And reach out, because this community is great. And there are a lot of us here that can relate to you and help you to achieve those goals. And you will achieve those goals. Remember, life is not easy, it's a journey. So this is nothing but a journey. So let's just live the best journey that we can.
Awesome. Oh my gosh, Melody, thank you so much. This has been so fun today, just to get a little bit more information. And I'm so proud of you coming through what you've been through. It's just heartbreaking knowing, that the challenge was there and what you were struggling with and how you protected yourself, but then how you were brave enough to step into a supportive system and allow others to help you, and allow your coach to partner with you, and allow the community to support you so that you felt safe moving forward and creating this optimal life, which you're living. It's so awesome to see you active and doing all the things you want to do. Like you learned how to ride a bike, and you were at my house last weekend, and you You were able to ride my horses and you never how was that?
It was scary because I am a little bit afraid of heights. So it was scary, getting up there. I was like, no. And then at one point, when you said you can help me, I am thinking that I'm still who I was, 6 years ago. So I'm like, you can't help me up on this horse now. And then when you just, I was like, oh, okay, wait a minute. And I'm looking down. But once I was up there, I just felt like a sigh of relief. I was like, oh, this is actually really fun.
You did awesome.
Amazing experience.
You did great. It was so good. And then you wanted to do one more thing. You were telling everybody last weekend you wanted to swim, and you've never learned really to swim.
No, never learned to swim. I think I went to 1 or 2 lessons when I was like 5. So it literally was 2 days. I don't even remember anything. I don't even know if I can float. Actually, I think I did try to float several years ago. Yeah, that didn't work out. So we're not even going to talk about that. That was a bad experience. So now I'm ready to learn on this journey how to swim.
So good. I love how you said it's a journey. You know what? We're taking one step at a time, and all these great experiences are coming to you because you trusted it. So Melody, thank you so much. I love it. And next week we'll plan on Melody and Candy, her coach, and we'll do it at the same time. Thanks, you guys, for being with us. And leave us an emoji or a comment or something if anything impacted you, what Melody has shared. And Melody, you're such a joy in my life. I love you, and thanks for taking time today.
Thank you so much. And I really do feel listening about you. I love you too. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.